This weekend, so on Sunday the 12th of October, starts the beginning of a 6-month process of what is called EES, the installation of the entry and exit system for travelers going into the Schengen zone within the EU. What's important about this is that this is a digital travel system that's being put in place to make travel much smoother for entry and exit, but also more secure by keeping everyone's information to make sure there's no criminal activity and there's no breaches of security going into the EU. Kiosks are being put into entry ports, so it'll be land ports, sea ports, railways especially, and airports. What's critical about this is that a traveler will approach the kiosk and enter in their biometric data. So it'll be a facial scan and it'll be taking fingerprints. But for travelers under the age of 12, there's no fingerprints being taken. It is simply the cost of 2 to 4 minutes to get us registered, and that allows for 3 years of movement across borders. The rollout will take approximately 6 months because we're only looking at, from this weekend, about 10% of the kiosks being put in place. It's an enormous investment in terms of the infrastructure and the training that needs to go in place. So you'll still go to airports and to train stations and you may have your passport stamped. But slowly, the teething process will happen, implementation will happen, and hopefully by April 2026, all of us will simply be able to avoid the little stamps on our passports and go straight through scanners and into our destination. This is about digitalization of our ability to travel anywhere, anytime. So this is indeed the first step of a process. It's going to be expanding next year. Again, it's very much about global best practice so that all ports of entry are connected digitally, and very critically, they're connected through the cloud system. So if there are any breaches of security, it's caught very quickly. Equally, if there are surges in travel, they can surge and increase the service by scaling it up. So this is very much a first step of many towards our ability of international travelers to cross more swiftly and safely. There are always going to be concerns about data privacy, but interestingly, those concerns are actually concerns that are not needing to be worried about, because all of this is to keep us safer rather than the other way, because ultimately when we're looking at pure passports and the manual processes, there are risks of criminal intent, there's risk of identity theft, and there's risk equally of those systems being breached, and as we've seen with some airports, the entire network dropping. So by doing this, we're minimizing and mitigating against those risks. This is the first step in terms of allowing us to cross into the Schengen zone. The ETS system is going to widen the zones ultimately and connect us more with international networks. So it's all a stage-by-stage process, because this is a fundamental change that's happening within travel and security of travel around the world. But naturally, it needs time to scale up.